Hi everyone, I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you as a professional animal communicator, and I would like to talk about fireworks and how we can get our animals ready this week leading up to the 4th of July. As this is recorded, there are some things that we can do to help desensitize our pets and our animals in and around our households so that they might not have as negative experience as they could otherwise when it comes time for the fireworks displays and whatnot. So I'm just going to, I've taken some notes and I want to go over a few things for just a few minutes. If you don't mind, I hope this helps. First of all, the reason why they're afraid is because these noises, the sounds, the flashing lights, the bangs, the booms, it sounds so outside the norm of what they're used to. It's very threatening. It just comes to them completely and totally as a threat. And they're in their, what they think is their safe place, and it's all of a sudden just going haywire bananas, and they can't really tell where the noise is coming from. So that's the big part of the reason. It's truly fear, it's terror. So try to keep that in mind. And if you're not sure if your animal is having a reaction, how do you know if they're scared? Look for things like signs like panting, or drooling, or also trying to go and hide, things like pacing, and even sudden aggression as soon as they're triggered by the noises and the lights and stuff. Those are good ways to know. And if you haven't ever been around your animal during a fireworks display, if this is your first year to share fireworks or a celebration with your animal, my suggestion, and those of the experts obviously, is to avoid going to a public display. If you've already had them around fireworks and you know that they're okay with it, try to keep them on a harness, but by all means, go and have a great time and enjoy time with your pet. But you never know, even if they've been to fireworks before and they didn't have a reaction before, something could have changed in them biologically. So if you're going to take a pet to an outdoor fireworks celebration, always be prepared with a plan B, a way to keep them feeling safe. Know that you may have to leave before the finale, and just be okay with it ahead of time. So, but some of the ways, let's talk about some of the ways that you can prepare in this week leading up to the 4th of July. The first one is about the sound. You can spend some time trying to desensitize them to the sound by playing fireworks noises on the TV at a low level, and then, repeating. You could probably get YouTube videos, and play these sounds, and then slowly turn the volume up day by day so that they gradually get used to the flashing lights, the shapes of the fireworks and the sounds. But you can cast, to the TV and just play that for them, but start at a low volume and then just gradually, day by day, increase the volume. You could do the same with music. If you don't have the ability to cast YouTube videos to your television, start with some, music that has drums, rat-a-tat to it, and start by playing the music softly and then gradually increasing the noise level. You might also play some war movies, things like that, that are going to show, or have the noise and the sights of gunfire and things like that. Again, start on a low volume and then gradually work your way up. It helps a lot with fireworks phobia to just sort of get them used to it ahead of time. So every day, not just the day before, not just the day of. Um, you can also, on the day of, make sure they get some exercise. Try to empty their tank. Take them for a good long walk. Play ball with them. Take them to the dog park. Let them run that energy out. Get, even your cat can go for a walk. I know they have cat harnesses. I've had them for mine. Take the horse for a run. Get them out, get them some exercise, and let that little bit of fatigue take over so that their bodies and their muscles are a little more relaxed before the activities and the fireworks actually start. Um, you could even wrestle with them in the living room, is one suggestion that I heard that I think is really fun. Just play with them all afternoon, to try to get them worn out so they might just sleep through the whole thing. Wouldn't that be nice? You could also and I really recommend this, especially for cats. Create some safe places, some quiet spaces, some tucked away, out of the way hidey holes that they can have. You know, get a cardboard box. I mean, gosh, what cat doesn't like cardboard, right? Poke some holes in it. You know, give them a place to get in. Put it under the bed, maybe in the back of the closet. You know, in the room, in the bathroom where their litter box is, or something like that, and show them where it is ahead of time so that they can get used to it, know it's there, and know that they have this place to cocoon themselves away and get comfy, have some bedding that they can nest in. You can even like we used to do when we were kids, you know, we would make a fort over a chair with a blanket. You could do it over the curtain rod. You know, you could make a fort for them. You could, you know, put some bedding in the tub and something like that so that they can get in and burrow in and feel safe. Try in an inside room that doesn't have windows to create a safe place like that for them if you can find a room like that in your house. Those are always really good. But I think that that will help give them some fun new stimulation for now, and a place that they can run to and hide in then. Another thing that you can try with them is some energy healing techniques. Put them on the sofa next to you. And I've talked about this recently in some other videos and some lives where you can sit and put your left hand under their heart, or even your right hand. It really doesn't matter. It's sending energy from your body into theirs. But put it over their heart so that they can feel that love and that energy. It's very calming to them to feel your energy right next to them. They can actually feel your heartbeat, you know, through that pulse that's coming up onto their chest. It's protects them and helps them to feel safe. You can also do tapping. It's also known as EFT, scalar wave technology, but you can tap them on the inside and the outside of the eyes, then the bridge of the nose, then under the chin, then on their heart space, on their chest, and on the top of their head. And as you're doing this, you can say things like, I am safe, everything's okay, mom's here, it's okay, I'm secure, all is well, you know, and those kinds of things. And just try that leading in the days up and see if your animal will receive the tapping. You can do animal Reiki if you know how to do that. I do that as well with mine. You don't even have to touch them to send them Reiki energy. But some animals are more receptive to it than others, so it's good to try it out ahead of time and then practice it with them. They may only need a minute. They may only take a tap or two, but just keep trying and see if they will respond to it. It's definitely great, not just for things like anxiety for fireworks. It's good for any kind of other anxiety, separation anxiety, and other kinds of sleep problems that you or they may be having. You can talk about, I want to talk a little bit about supplements. Boy, there's tons of supplements that you can buy to give them. Some are available at Walmart and your drugstore or through Chewy.com or Amazon. Some are through your vet, but there are things like you can give them, like it's starting an hour to an hour and a half before. Things like Rescue Remedy, melatonin. Those are that's a neuroceutical, but still, you could try some other ones. I've got some written down here somewhere. CBD, CBG oils, you know, those you can get through your hemp store. Pet Honesty makes a hemp treat that you can use. Purina Pro Plan that you can get through your vet has some calming chews. Zesty Paws also has some calming chews that you can get for them. And those are some things that may help. Also, Jackson Galaxy makes a really good floral essence that I'm told that's just like a tincture that you can give to your animals. And some of my subscribers talk about how great they are. So I haven't tried Jackson Galaxy, but I hear they're great. Bach, BACH, is another one that has some really good essences and tinctures that are great for animals. So you might want to try some of those. Let's see. What else have I got? Oh, right. Pheromone collars. A lot of times, you know, having the scent of pheromones, you know, is calming because they feel like they're not alone. There's other animals, other dogs around, and it's calming for them. You can use a thunder shirt. it's like a tight onesie for a dog or a cat, or you could use a weighted blanket over your horse in the stall, but just something to give them that added extra measure of feeling safe and secure. And oh yeah, the last thing I really wanted to talk about is really try to avoid scolding your pet if they have an adverse reaction, or if they, it literally scares the pee out of them. The last thing you want to do is scold them, because that just intensifies the anxiety of the situation. But try to reinforce with positives and encouragement and lots of snuggles and cuddles and things like that. They respond really well to that, of course. Um, but you might want to try also, instead of going out, or instead of, you may be able to muffle your home or your space from the sounds of fireworks, but you could have a stay at home 4th of July, make them some special hot dog treats, give them a spa day, give them a doggy massage, and just kind of treat them. Snuggle up on the couch and watch a movie, or, curl up in bed with a good book with your animals, snuggled around you. Just give yourself a little staycation and let them join in, for the holiday. Those are also some just different alternative takes in the way you can celebrate. We're all, who doesn't like a holiday, right? But we all have different ways of doing it, and they all have different ways of responding to it. So if we can just learn each other, they're going to love and adore you no matter what, but they're really going to appreciate the fact that you tried to connect with them, and that you're being sensitive to what their needs are. So thank you. Thanks for listening. I hope this helps. And please feel free to reach out to me anytime on my website, donnanorris.net. I'm available for private sessions, live appearances. I do offer classes. And so I'd love to work with you. Thanks. If you did like this, please hit like and subscribe. Bye for now. Have a good holiday.